I can't say hello. I will be known by the girl who comes on camera and never says hello. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back and having the patience to wait until I post another video. My obsession for makeup started maybe 2 years ago when I just realized that playing with makeup is the one thing that doesn't make me feel like I'm wasting time. So I don't have a huge amount of makeup. I'm just trying to help you find a few brushes that you can start with. Now I have a little bit of experience with what a makeup brush should feel like. Never get fooled about how they look like. It's all in the touch. By any means, I'm not saying the makeups that I will tell you about and recommend you are the ones to go for or you should buy them. Those are my favorites. Those makeup brushes work for me and those are my obsessions. So we will start with the powder brush. This is my powder brush and it is a Sigma F30. It's a huge powder brush, and the reason it's my favorite is because it's big and it's really soft. It's a really good quality brush. This is one of the brushes that I bought in my first set. It was a Sigma set and this is one of the brushes that I bought then. The reason why I love it so much is because it's dense and it's very big. So when I apply powder after to set my foundation, I usually just press and you basically need a quite dense brush, but not very, because you're not applying powder foundation, you're applying just powder. So as you can see, it's quite dense, but it still has movement. And then it's very tapered around, so it moves. So when you apply, it moves, so the area that it covers, it's even larger. The next brush that I would like to talk about is contouring. Contouring is very in trend at the moment. I contour my face every single day. I use two brushes for contouring. One of them is this contour brush, which is called a face paint brush, which is a 109 from Zoeva. This is just the bamboo collection. However, they do the same brush in different collections, so you can buy them in the regular, just on its own. It's the same number, it's 109. However, bear in mind their brushes when they come in a collection. For example, the bamboo brush, it has a different color bristle and the texture is the same. It's very similar from one to another, but they're not exactly the same. So the Zoeva brushes, this is one thing that I personally found about them, is that their brushes are not identical if you don't buy them from the same collection. So if you buy the same brush in a different collection, it does the same thing, but it's not exactly the same. And I can explain, I'll explain to you all about that a little later when I go through another brush for eyes. So yeah, I use this brush for deep contouring. Oh my god, I can't pronounce that. Contouring, no, that's not happening. Deep contouring, and you can also use it for your nose contour. Yeah, that's better. Nose contour, you can definitely use it for that, or for cheek contour. The other brush that I use for contouring is it's a eye brush, is the Cozette S165. So basically it's an eye brush, a crease round blending brush, large. You can use this brush for, so it's tapered, well, it's tapered but it's round, it doesn't come to a point, and the bristles are not squeezed, so it's not flat, it's round all over. So you can use this brush for setting the under eye. It would work very well for that. You can use this brush to contour, to place the contour wherever you want. You can use it for that. You can use it for contouring the nose. I use it sometimes for contouring the underlip. Next is the blush brush. If any of the brushes from my collection would disappear, I would be the most upset about this brush. This is the Goss number 14. It's my favorite brush in the whole world. And yes, I apply blush with this brush. You can tell me I'm crazy, you can say why, what's wrong with you, that is not a blush brush. It is to me, and it has been for the past 2 years, and it's doing an amazing job, and I love it, and I wouldn't use it for anything else, because this is my holy grail, blush brush. The application of this brush is so flawless, and I just, no matter how pigmented the blush itself could be and becomes, this brush makes it flawless. It's amazing, and it's worth its money.
This is the reason why I'm filming this video, because of this brush. Because I was just online trying to find dupes for this brush, and I'll buy everything and try it. But I don't think there's anything out there that is as good as this. Just saying. Goss, he knows a good brush. He knows how to make brushes, and this is, yeah. You can use this brush for contour, you can use this brush for highlight, you can use this brush for powder, you can use it for anything. But for blush, this is the best brush that I've ever used for blush. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Moving on.
Next, okay, so we're kind of finished with the face brushes, and we're just gonna go into eye brushes now. For me, holy grail means a good blending crease. This is the Goss number 19 brush, and it's a round, it's tapered, but it's not pointed, it's tapered round crease brush, and I use it for applying the first layer of transition. So after applying a base, I use this for applying the transition shade. You can use it for applying a deeper shade in the corner. The reason why this brush is so good and why I love it, I love these brushes so much because of the bristles, and I know that makes them expensive, and to be honest, I do realize fully that a natural bristles gets deteriorated much faster over time than a synthetic one. Synthetic one. Since we are on the same subject, and you're gonna say, are you feeling okay? Those brushes are fucking the same. But they're not. So this is the 228 Zoeva crease brush, and I'm not crazy, they're not the same. Okay, so the difference between them is the Zoeva, which is the black one. The Zoeva brush is tapered to a point, where the Goss one is tapered to, it's round tapered, and that makes a huge difference, and that is the reason why I prefer this brush to this brush for applying the deeper crease shade. So if I want to deepen the color in the crease, I use a pointed tapered brush. You can use the Goss brush for the same thing. However, because of the bristles, because of the softness of the bristles, the application of shadow is much softer than this one. Unfortunately, when I bought this brush, these were the brushes that were sold individually on the website, and they don't do these brushes anymore. Now they have the same brush, 228 crease brush, and that's what I was saying earlier in regards to Zoeva not creating their brushes equally, because I have the same brush, and this is the 228. It has the same name, Luxe Crease Brush, but it's not the same brush. One of them is tapered to a point and one of them is tapered roundly. And you're gonna say, yeah, but doesn't that make it the same as the Goss? No, because the bristles are the same quality. They're a mixture of goat's bristles and synthetic bristles. Therefore, the application is similar to this one. However, it doesn't do it the same as this one, because this one is tapered to a point and this one is tapered more roundly. Now, the brush I use for applying color on the lid is it's the equivalent. How I feel about this brush for face, I feel about this brush for eyelid. If I find a dupe for this brush ever, you will be the first to know. This is the Goss number 6 brush, and the reason why I love this brush, if you look at it from in front, you would think that this is a crease brush, and by any means you can use it as a crease brush. You can use it as anything, to be honest. However, on the side you can see the tapers are being squished together, so it's so flat on the side. And the reason why this is such a good brush for application on the lid, it's because, again, the quality of the bristles. When you squeeze the bristles to the lid, they become so thin, the taper becomes almost inexistent. And I'll show you in comparison a brush that has been compared to this one. This is the Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer. And if you look at the ferrule between these two brushes on the side, they should be the same brush. However, because of the way the bristles have been tapered, and by tapered I mean cut. In theory, it's not wider, it's not, and I was just feeling them today for the first time, really feeling them and trying to figure out what makes this Goss brush so special. And you cannot see it with your eyes. The only other explanation between these two being so different is the quality of the bristles and the fact that this is wholly natural and this is not. This is a mix of natural bristles and synthetic bristles, and yeah, it comes loose. The only way you can figure it out is feeling the brush itself, not the ferrule, the hairs. You squeeze the hairs and then you can feel why this is different than this one. The last but not least brush that I need to show you is an eyebrow brush.
And the reason why I'm not showing you an eyeliner brush is because I cannot apply eyeliner with the brush. I have still to learn that.
So this brush I didn't buy on its own. I bought it in a set, and it's an eyeliner slash brow brush number 18 from Bella Pierre. The reason why I prefer this one, it's because the angle is cut for a brow brush. However, it's tapered and it's the length of a eyeliner brush. So, and I'll show you what I mean. This is an eyeliner brush. This is from Zoeva, and it's a little longer. And then this is a eyebrow brush, and it's from Zoeva as well, and it's so much shorter. So basically it's a combination of these two brushes. One is for eyebrow and one is for eyeliner, and that's exactly what this is. And with that, I have went through all my favorite brushes.
Now, I've said brush so many times in this video, I'm surprised I only messed up a couple of times and said blush instead of brush and the vice versa.
If you have any questions about how you can get a hold of these brushes wherever you are, whether you live in UK or you live in Romania, just let me know. I will find a place for you to purchase them. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and hit thumbs up if this video was useful to you and you want to see more things like this. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Hugs and kisses. Bye.